topic is LARA'S theme, or Dr. Zhivago's theme, or theme from Dr. Zhivago, but LARA'S theme definitely has a bridge. I'm not sure if the Dr. Zhivago songs do, so I think this is actually LARA'S theme that I play here. Now, first off, what's the key? Key is G, which is nice because on guitar you can't go wrong with the key of G. It's like it's actually seems like it's made for the key of G, right? Because the E minor 11, yeah, so on. Key of G, and the melody, just so you know, in case you forgot what it is, right? Very simple. And if you hear that, you know what song it is, right? There's only so many songs that do that with the A sharp in there or whatever that is. Yes, good. And what is there to say about it? Well, the first thing is the chords in the chorus, which is the first part, very dumb, very silly, dumb chords. At least the chords I saw, it's like, yes, I graduated third grade as well. Got your G, got your D7, got your G, got your D7. And it kind of just does that forever, back and forth. And do I play that? No. I already recorded it just so I don't mess it up too badly, right? And I do some augmented stuff. I do some sus stuff. I don't do major 7, though I think you can, because at one point it resolves to a major 7 note. Has it just like this. So if you want to, you can resolve it with a G major there, major 7. But I don't prefer that. I don't know. I just don't prefer it, I guess. Also, there's like a tremolo effect. I don't know if it's actually called that, but it's like a mandolin fast picking effect on the big version everyone knows. And I think it's kind of lazy on the arranger's part. It's kind of tacky sometimes. It goes on to it's the entire song, right? It's one thing to just do it for maybe a chorus or maybe less. But for the whole song, it's kind of lame. So some people like it, so I'm not going to hate you for that. But as a personal preference, as someone who has looked at arranging for certain things, I just kind of think it's kind of like a cop-out. But anyways, yes, so that's the chorus. And then the bridge, finally something happens, right? It goes to C. Most basic C you could think of. But it's still in the key of G, because there's an F sharp here. Right? You still have the F sharp there, which is fine. But immediately it resolves quickly with the D on top, and it goes basic B flat right there, B flat major. But what do? Because I'm stupid, and I forgot the chords. I like looking at the chords, learning the song, the melody at least, and then moving on, and then just doing whatever. So I did a G minor here. It's not the same sound at all, and I kind of think it's 100% wrong, because you're changing the chord into a 4-note chord, because that's the minor 7 of G, and so immediately you have 1 flat 3 5 flat 7, because the thing's on top, the 7's on top, so that's a mistake for sure. But the cool thing is, I guess, you get to pick what G minor it is, because it lasts for 2 measures. Is it a G minor with a flat 9? Well, then you're in E flat. Is it a G minor with a E natural? Yes. Then you're in key of F. Yeah, I'm not paying it. I have a microphone right here, so I'm not really playing well at all right now. I'm sitting in a weird spot, in like a weird position. Yes, and the last thing is you could just say, yeah, I'm G minor and B flat, and so on. But the whole point is you're going to a C note with a dominant, some kind of dominant. Again, pick your dominant based off of what key you think it's in, because you're going to G minor. Not just G minor, you're going to G harmonic minor. Right? It's G harmonic minor. If I could play. And does it again. Does it like that. And it's a complete mirror. The C minor part is a mirror of the G minor part. But what's interesting is it's circle of fifths. G minor first, C minor second. I've seen this before where it does something like this in the song Nardis from Bill, I don't know if it's, let's just say it's both Miles Davis and Bill Evans, right? you have two different ones again. And it's not the same scale, because if you combine both of those 4-note things, you have that. So they are different scales. So if you were a shredder, you'd be concerned about that. And I'm not necessarily, but and also it's not an exact comparison because there's actually 6 notes. In harmonic minor is not like that. I think it's 5 notes from lowest to highest note. So it's not an exact comparison, but I found it interesting. And if you play enough songs, you just see these things sometimes. And I don't know, so I think it's worth mentioning. Now, like I said, it goes up here, and this is the part of the song where I said, all right, I know enough about the song that I'm just gonna move on, and stop, and stop learning the melody and stuff like that, because I know it comes back here as a D7. Well, the note's actually not necessarily in there, and that's a 9, but yeah. It goes there, and I'm starting here, so you have all kinds of ways to get down there. You got, I think the proper way is like something like that. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But what do I play? I think you're supposed to. You should be playing probably some kind of a C minor again or something. I think I tried to play with a 4 chord. It doesn't sound good at all. So then I'm like, all right, I'll just go to the 9 or a 2 chord. Maybe it's slightly a 5 chord, but I don't want to end there. I want to go to the actual 4 chord. I want to set up this D7 G thing. But what's interesting is in the key of B flat. Again, this is kind of complicated. Maybe it's not worth talking about, but it's something that I find interesting on a personal level, so maybe someone else will too. If you play like the 4 chord in B flat, which is kind of where we are still, it's an E flat, right? But this sounds like it resolves. You play a straight up B flat, E flat chord with the C on top. So you kind of want to play the weird notes, but you don't want to make it sound diminished either. At the same time, you want it to be functioning as a D7, so you get to pick. Am I playing a chord in B flat or in G? What's the key center here? And the reason why I say that is because E flat is the flat 9 of D7. And D7 flat 9 is like a perfect chord, really. But maybe you don't want to key change to G yet, so you make it more of an E flat chord. And the point I'm trying to say here is, I like the ambiguity of not knowing which key center you're actually in for this measure, the final measure, before going back to the chorus. So you could do whatever you want. You could imply D7, and then also imply real quick E flat. You could put the B flat in there with a D. The point is, it's both, right? It's both. Then you go back to the top of the song, and so on. You can do whatever you want here. I try to make it interesting by playing like these super low notes, and I mess up big time. I play like 2 Bs for no reason back to back like that, and then I'm like, all right, that was really stupid of me. So I'm gonna go like, I'm gonna resolve the next part of the melody with like the same exact mistake, CC in this case, and that's basically the whole song. To be honest with you, how do I end it? You can go like. I don't like that. I do like that. It sounds good, but I've been trying to work on other ways of ending songs, like keeping one note on top the whole time and then changing the chord underneath, rather than just giving you a kind of corny cliche melody resolve. So, oops. Yes, there is that. What else is there to say? Oh yes, I guess I'll talk about the other stuff. I almost didn't play the song because I'm playing too many songs in key of G, and it just happens where you play one song and you want to keep the key, then you play another song, and it happens to be also in the same key. And G is a very, very, very popular key, so it kind of makes sense that that would happen here. Now, what was I playing? The song Golden, which is like number 1 or 2 on Spotify right now, just to see what's going on. Well, everyone knows it from this. And I was shocked because I was watching the World Series. Maybe it was either World Series or the Championship Series for National League. and the Dodgers were the home team. And their every inning, it seemed like their organ player kept playing that. I was like, I know that from somewhere. Yeah, it's that. It's from the pop song Golden. Another pop song I was playing before that, I kind of forgot most of it, is a song called Vincent. And how did I play it? Yeah, and either repeats here or goes to the bridge. This is the bridge. And it keeps going. I kind of forgot almost everything, right? The problem with this song and the Golden song is that there's so many notes that the singer likes to sing that it sounds like if you play it, it has to be like an arrangement because there's not many. There's just a lot of freaking notes. That's the only problem with those songs. And I don't like playing arrangements really. I like having ideas and options, right? I like having options. So I'm interested as a person playing music here. But, there's that. And then the last thing I'll talk about, the movie Dr. Zhivago. I watched it, and that's where I got the idea to play the song. Not a good movie. I don't like the movie at all. I'm never gonna watch it again. It's vulgar for the sake of being vulgar, and I don't care about any of the 10 minutes in. Okay, maybe longer. Maybe like 40 minutes into the movie. I don't care about any of the characters. I'm watching it as fast as I could buffer it on times 3 times 4 speed, and I just don't have patience for that kind of stuff, to be honest with you. But who cares? The song's nice, right? The song is very nice for a lot of reasons. You get to pick your chords. There's interesting stuff in the melody going on. It's a very nice bridge. Changes key while adding in some nice notes. So yeah, it's a nice song.